Let's do some drawing. What's up, everybody? Nice to see you. I had planned to be back last Thursday. We had some car issues. Both cars were in the shop last Thursday. So one of them is still in the shop. One of them is out. So that's good. I hope you guys had a great 2 weeks. We had New York Comic Con, which was almost 2 weeks ago now. And I guess Baltimore Comic Con was last weekend. There was another Comic Con. I think it was in Chicago, the Chronicon. That was the same weekend. I wasn't at either of those, but trying to keep busy regardless. I will be at Most Excellent Comics and Games in Enfield, Connecticut this Saturday. That should be fun. That's always fun. Great store if you're in the Northeast. You should check it out. Probably the biggest store, one of the biggest stores I've seen. Um, they're so big that they have room for a mini convention with like a dozen artists and creators. And so I look forward to seeing Mason and the gang this Saturday. It should be fun. It's called Most Excellent Comics and Games in Enfield, Connecticut. Our buddy here on the streams name's Daytona iRock. He's usually at the show. He lives in the area. Huge place. They've got plenty of gaming stuff, trading cards, baseball cards, sport cards, that kind of thing. A lot of action figures and statues, graphic novels up the wazoo, comics up the wazoo, Funko Pops. Holy shit. They had a whole warehouse room full of Funko Pop figures. Let's see. Depleted my inventory when I was at New York Comic Con. Did pretty well. It was a pretty pricey show to go to. What an adventure too. So much construction going on in New York. It was really what a challenge. But I kind of one of the good things that I liked what I had done was I parked the car for the weekend. I had a rental car and I parked it about 2 blocks from the show, so I could. I was there mostly by myself, so I could kind of unload the car on Thursday morning and load up the car on Sunday evening, all in one go. So I like that call. I think I'll do that in the future. But my first experience with this parking garage, I wasn't familiar with it. I saw that the one of the entrances was quite packed with cars, lots of cars. And so I was like, maybe that's the entrance, and maybe maybe there'll be another opening, further down the block. And that was wrong. Um, I should have stopped where all the cars were, even though that might have caused a jam. But it cost me another 45 minutes to get literally around the block, and because Javits Center is near where you enter the Lincoln Tunnel, the streets are not gridded out the way the rest of Upper Manhattan is, so it's all messy roads, and so to make what essentially would have been 3 rights, it took me 45 minutes to get back to that parking garage. So, learning experience. I know where it is now. I know that when I see that many cars, that I'm just going to park behind all the other cars. Uh, Other than that, pretty cool show. A lot going on. I heard somewhere around 150 to 200,000 people showed up. Which I've never heard numbers like that before from New York. I knew it was, if not the biggest, one of the biggest shows of the year, but I hadn't heard numbers like that. So I usually would hear 100, 120. So very surprised at the number. I hope that those numbers are right, and it's nice to hear that the show is growing and there are people who are into the scene. So I'd say the more the merrier. What are we gonna do today? Let's see, NYC. So yeah, as far as very expensive trip show to go to, um, as compared to like say Boston, which is a half hour away. I'll just pay for parking and don't have any real investment in it. So it's all gravy once I pay for my parking. Um, this is a show that maybe the Arnold Schwarzenegger of comics, like maybe Todd McFarlane, maybe they'll fly him in. I'm not sure, or Jim Lee, or I can't think of anyone else, but Frank Miller. Maybe they'll fly those guys in. But most of the artists that I know have to pay for their space and their hotels and stuff like that. And so it was quite an investment of my money to get there and to stay at a hotel, rent a car, blah blah blah. But it was worth my while. I was in Artist Alley the last time I was in at the New York Comic Con. Um, I was in the small press section because I couldn't get an Artist Alley table that year. So I did okay once again, but it wasn't something that I would think about doing again because the profits just weren't that dramatic for the effort. It cost me 4 or 5 days worth of my time. And so being an artist's alley as opposed to small press area, it was like night and day. So if I could get an artist alley table again next year, I would definitely go. Um, it was definitely worth my time and my energy, and got to meet a bunch of fans. We got to meet Acid. I know I haven't seen Acid in the chat yet, but I got to meet some of you whatnotters, and that was kind of fun. Um, I've got a whole bunch of sketch covers that I had done that are sold, and then I did a couple while I was there. Um, just to kind of keep stock. I'd sell a Spider-Man piece and I'd draw another Spider-Man piece, and so it seems like Spidey and Venom were the go-to characters at New York. No surprise there. So I have a few sketches that are sold. I had to remove them from the stream today, and I have some that I haven't added yet. So we got this guy, and my brain wants to rejigger the muscles in his leg here. But if anybody's interested in this, it would be 200 here on the stream. It's 150 for a single figure, and there's quite a bit of webbing on there. So this would be 200 here on the stream. If you're interested, let me know. I'll run the auction and I will correct the musculature, or maybe not correct it, but I will make it look the way I want it to look. And we'll do that live if you're interested. We also have MJ with the symbiote. I guess that's she's the symbiote person nowadays, right? So I drew MJ with the symbiote. I finished it at New York Comic Con, and this would be 200 also, single figure, and then the symbiote itself is a little bit extra. I think this is in the bin. This is single figure is 150, extra figure is 100. That's 250, and I think in the bin, I think I'm not charging for the background, which is kind of minimal. But I was at New York, and I will in the future. So if you want to grab this for 250 today, I would encourage you to go into the bin, scroll down to, let's see, scroll down to item 206. Yeah, and it looks like I did not charge for the background. It's not much of a background, um, but it's not nothing either. So I'll probably raise the price on this in the near future, somewhere around 300. Unless you guys want to buy it today, I encourage you to. Daredevil, no love for Daredevil at New York Comic Con. Daredevil is, I think Daredevil's 100 here. Let's see. Yeah, once again, I drew a background here, and the background is usually $100, but this is just a simple radar background. I'm going to charge $50 for the simple background, unless you buy it today. I'm going to change the price of this from 100 to 150, and but get it now for 100 in the bin. It's item number 215. One thing I realized at New York Comic Con is that my prices are pretty low. Someone told me that Clayton Clayton Crane charged a $100 a minute for a sketch. I'm not saying I'm Clayton Crane, but I am saying this ain't 3 minutes worth of work. Actually, this would be 2.5 minutes worth of work for Clayton Crane. Let's say so. People were complaining, and then they'd show you the Clayton Crane sketch that they got. So not complaining too hard, right? Let's see. So this is 250. This single figure, black and white is 150, and extra figure is 100. So this would be 250 in the bin. What number is Spidey 2099? Is number 208? Yeah, 250 in the bin. This one is single figure, and then I added a little extra for the background. It's not quite full background, but it's not nothing either. The extra back glider and the smoke, that's extra. So this would be 200 in the bin. Check it out. Green Goblin. I'm drawing Green Goblin with these huge ears from now on. It's official. I love the ears. Um, I didn't have much space on my table at New York Comic Con. I really, really could use more than 6 feet of space. So this guy didn't really see a lot of screen time at New York Comic Con. I wonder if he would have sold. Let's see. So this is a jam piece starter upper. Um, jam piece starter uppers are kind of pieces that I come up with every once in a while. So you can get like some of your favorite artists to fill in the spaces that I've assigned in my initial design. So here's a Joker jam piece starter upper. Actually, the very first, pretty sure this is the first Joker jam piece starter upper I've ever done. I've done Batman ones, but I think this is the first Joker. This is 150. Let's see if it's in the bin. If it's in the bin, I'll let you know. Let's see. Yeah, there he is, 216. Just go to click on the buy now, and then scroll down to 216, or just do a search for item 216. All of the pre-done commissions and pre-made art have a prefix code that I give them. It begins with the 200s. So if you want to see all of the sketches and original art and published pieces that I've done, you can start with the 200s. If you want a specific character that you don't see in the bin, scroll to the 100 section, and that's where you see the commissions on the spot. Here's a Spawn um, jam piece starter upper. This one too didn't see a lot of screen time at the show. I need more space. This is 150 in the bin. This is item number 217. If you're interested. Moncton says he's been lucky to have been there twice at New York Comic Con. Tell us about it if you're still in the room. I know it takes me a while to get to chat, um, but if you're still in the room, tell us how it went. Were you dressed? Were you cosplaying as the Moncton Spidey? And then this guy here, 100 bucks in the bin. Is he in the bin? Yes, he is. 219. Uh, this is any turtle that you'd like it to be. That was another one. Is Rose Besh. I colored a Rose Besh remark. Her remarks, which were about this big, were 150 bucks. And I'm like, I'm no Rose Besh, but this is 100 bucks. Fully rendered bust of turtle of your choice. 100 bucks. Another jam piece starter upper. This was on the table for a while. Actually surprised that it didn't sell. I had a full figure Venom that sold, but I'm kind of surprised this one didn't sell. But this is cool. I like this one a lot. Happy to hang on to it. It'll probably sell this weekend. Here's one I did while I was puttering around at the show in between customers and at the hotel. Um, this is not in the this one's not in the buy it now yet. I'm just rediscovering it now. I forgot to scan this and put it in. But if anybody's interested in this, it'd be 150. Why don't we experiment with some auctions? Edit item. It's been a couple weeks since I've been doing this, so probably a good idea for me to get used to the whatnot stuff. Let's do a 30-second auction. Anybody interested in this? It's $50 off because I'm here in the comfort of my own home. I'm happy to pass on some savings to you guys. This would be 200 at New York Comic Con or Boston Comic Con or Most Excellent Comics and Games this Saturday. I double booked. I'm so upset. I was double booked. I committed to Most Excellent last free comic book day, and then Bats Entertainment in Worcester, Mass. They asked me to show up this Saturday, and I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. Love That's Entertainment. It's a great store. Um, and then I realized I had already committed, so I had to cancel. I double booked. I do that every once in a while. It'd be nice if I had come up with a system where I was better organized and better scheduled. But oh well. But Serrana's great. That's Entertainment's great. They're having a very cool kind of a mini con there. That's another show or another store that can have their own mini cons inside the store. It's so large. Um, if you're in the Worcester, Mass area, definitely check out That's Entertainment. Um, or if you're in Enfield, Connecticut, I will be at um, Most Excellent Comics and Games. Okay, what else we got? Not really surprised that the Spidey 2099s did not sell. This was an experiment that I did very early in my Whatnot streaming experience, where I spent a week or a month, I forget. I spent multiple episodes drawing some of the characters that I co created while I was working on Spidey 2099, which was my first gig when I got work at Marvel. So I thought it might be fun to revisit some of the villains. This is the travesty. Excuse me. Oh, this is the travesty. He's kind of like a genetic Frankenstein Hulk type monstrosity character. And I revisited him on an early stream on Whatnot, and he hasn't sold yet. So I added Spidey 2099 to the figure or to the drawing to make it a little more appealing. That raises the price on it, but I think it also makes it more worthwhile. But Travesty and Spidey have not sold, and they didn't get much screen time at New York either because A, I didn't have a lot of room, and B, I've already had this out at multiple shows, and I see that it doesn't get much attention. So I put out all the stuff that I thought would get the most attention. And I think maybe Sunday, when I was running out of stuff, I think Sunday, this guy may have made an appearance. I forget. And then here's one I'm kind of working on. I started at the show. Sunday was actually quiet, pretty quiet for a show with 150,000 people in it. Um, so I started on this. I was just messing around with a profile. I'd seen a profile shot that someone was drawing and they wanted a crazy amount of money for it. And I was like, let's see if I can do a profile shot of Venom and see what happens. So I started it at um, New York, and I haven't even looked at it since. Been working on new Zodiacs, and I have an inbox which is about as tall as this table. And I've been really hitting the inbox the last week or so, trying to get stuff accomplished, trying to pay bills, um, get the schedule, get the life in order, so I can get some control over stuff. I saw a person, I forget the retailer's name, but she's here on Whatnot, and she sells books. And she was telling me, or she wasn't telling me, she's telling the stream how she reads a book a week. She's got 3 kids and she's got 6 pets. And I'm like, how do you read a book a week? I can't tie my shoes in a week, and I have none of those none of those issues to contend with. I barely read a graphic novel a week. You guys gotta share with me your secrets, how you get that much stuff done. It's pretty crazy. Audiobooks is the way to go. And then she did say that she had listened to audiobooks as well, and she listens at 2 to 3 times speed. And I guess that's an acquired taste because I can't listen to sped up voices. I have trouble with that. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. Maybe I just need proper experience. I need 10,000 hours experiencing people speaking at 3 times their normal speed. Um, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm like, it sounds fast, it's distracting, it pulls me out of the experience. But whatever. But I have done a couple of audiobooks because I can't find the books, these particular books that I was looking to read. I can't find them online. They're old detective stories. So I did find a website. Was it 86 Precinct Stories by Ed McBain? And I found a couple of audiobooks and I've listened to those. But I certainly can't listen to them at twice speed. It's, I don't know, it's not my speed, I guess. Maybe it's just a matter of getting used to it. That's the only way I read books. Do you read them in the car, like on your way to work? Or where do you read them? Like, I guess I would be reading audiobooks, like while I'm exercising or something like that. Although I do listen to podcasts, I could be listening to audiobooks instead of podcasts. I do play movies while I'm working. So instead of that, I could be, while I'm sitting here at the table, I could be listening to an audiobook. That's how I listened to the 86 Precinct books while I was working. You can find audiobooks on YouTube. Oh, that makes sense too, doesn't it? I'm not sure I was able to find the 86 Precinct books, but maybe I can. I'll have to look. It's a series, the 86 Precinct. It's a series of books. There must be about 50 in the. They started in the later 50s and went right up into the 80s. Um, it's a recurrent. It's like a police universe, kind of like Hill Street Blues, kind of before Hill Street Blues. It's like a cop universe of characters, and some of them die, and some of them move on with their lives, and new characters are added and stuff like that. So I'm about 8 books in. It was recommended to me by Don McGregor, who's a huge icon in Marvel Comics history. He wrote a significant run on Jungle Action / Black Panther. He also wrote War of the Worlds, Kill Raven. Um, also, I remember him on Power Man, Luke Cage, Power Man. Trying to think of where else I remember him. Nathaniel Dusk over at DC created that character. It's kind of like a pulp detective, Sam Spade type noir detective. Co-created that with Gene Colan. Um, a pioneer of creator-owned comics with Sable. Co-created Sable. So I was talking to him once, and he was like, you got to read the 86 Precinct books, Joe." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, I'll give it a shot." And I read the first one, and it was so great. Loved McBain's word choices. You know, his descriptive choices were really cool. It's been a while since I read that first book. It's been a few years, but I did take notes. Loved some of his descriptive uh, phrases and stuff. Really kind of hit the spot. Really nailed it. Nailed the experience he was describing very well. It was great wordsmith. It got a little bit less like that. Like I said, I'm 8 books in. I don't recall the word choices being so what's the word I'm looking for? So colorful, I guess. I don't remember him using such colorful language in the later books that I've been reading. But love stuff and interested in the characters and you after 8 books you know who certain characters are. Even if you don't, he reviews them for you, which is very helpful because sometimes there will be quite a few months before between me reading one book and reading another one, so it's always good. He he treats the series like it's someone's first, and that's very helpful for me. I like constant review myself. um, so you get to know the characters and watch them evolve. One character has gets married to a hearing impaired person, and of course, you know the word choices there are a little bit less fortunate because they're books written in the 50s. But his wife doesn't speak and is uh, is deaf as well. But they managed to eke out a living together. And last time I left off, his name is Steve Carella. Steve had just had a kid with his wife. I have listened to some Daredevil comics on YouTube. Isn't that interesting? Are they descriptive? Do they describe what's happening in the pictures, or do you watch them? I gotta check this out. Send me a link to a Daredevil comic. I could see how a remark, small little doodle drawing, I could see how you would hit the profiles for a remark. But I don't know, large profile. I don't know. It's on me to make this interesting and worth your money. So I consider this a cool challenge. Let's do it. Daredevil comics, audiobooks. It could happen. Here we go. What's this? 70% gray. Let's try it out. See what happens. Let's erase the pencils first because we take a risk of smearing ink, especially ink spatter, which I'm about to do. We take a risk of smudging ink spatter if I erase pencil lines after the splatter. So why not eliminate all chances? For smudging and smearing by erasing beforehand. There we go. All right. You know, I keep getting these warnings on my YouTube that the videos that I'm making and simulcasting are getting blocked, and I don't want to get blocked. I want to eventually ramp up into YouTube show as well. I'll get there eventually. Whatnot just made it too easy to set up. That's a lot. I don't think I'll need that much ink. Let's see. Lovely toothbrushes, low budget masks. Mask is I guess it's a tool that you use to make sure that you've blocked certain areas off from being exposed to to areas that you don't want the splatter to reach. Oh, that's cool. That's already cool. All right. That's enough. You don't want the splatter to overwhelm the drawing. So that's a nice little, it's like I almost planned it that way. There's a little bit of dead space up here. It's now been filled by a very cool blob of blood slash spittle, venom spittle. I don't know what you call it. You guys decide if it's blood or symbiote fragments, whatever works for you. Got some new blanks too. Spawn. Well, this one I've had. This one I've had, but this is new. Detective Comics. First appearance of the Riddler. That should be cool. We'll work on. Because I get so many requests for the Riddler. Not. Here's a fun book if you guys aren't reading this. Herculoids. Got some of these that I can experiment with too. Nice. Haven't had much luck with pens lately. Look at this. Really. Hmm. Hmm. Someday we'll find the ideal working white ink pen. This one's probably the closest to the best, but you can only do so much with it. Stand by. Let's see. Amazing. Amazing. Good times. Good times, folks. Let's try this one. Adventures in crappy tools. Ooh, this one might be good. Acrylic painter seems to be working well today. Very well. Very well, actually. Very happy with this so far. Just try not to draw. Our lesson is try not to draw over the same space too much. And then this is going to become an exercise in drool and such things. Overlapping layers of drool should be fun. Good for you. Since I'm not a Venom with tongue fan, when I draw the tongue, I try to make it interesting for me to draw. So I try to make it kind of like part of the symbiote black costume, where it's very fibrous, and that kind of makes it fun for me to draw. Otherwise, and maybe a little threatening too, because otherwise I think the tongue makes him look like a dog. I always saw Venom as kind of like a kind of hide like a orca killer whale might have, as opposed to, you know, even a vicious dog, but an overzealous dog, which has got his tongue hanging out and dragging behind him on the way. And I don't know. That's not. We've had some workers working on our balcony the last month or two, and we had some birds that have a nest in the upper ceiling of our balcony. We haven't seen them in a while, but here they are. They're back. I hope that means that there's no more construction on our balcony. If anybody's interested in claiming this venom, it's about 20 minutes away, I would say, from being done. Just let me know. I'll run it for you and you can watch me finish it. Finish your very own piece right here. Or you can just hang out because I will run it for auction when it's done. And you can take a crack at winning it there. Oh, I hope, I bought a whole bunch of pens, white pens. I hope it's this pen. Please be this pen. Let me check. Oh, great. I did. I bought the right pens. Good for me. Yes. Yes. I just bought a bunch of these. Ange in the house. What's up, Ange? VIP Ange. VIP Daytona IROC. Garage Gremlins a VIP. What's up? I bet you guys probably popped in and popped out already. I have got I definitely have the channel surfing uh, brain when I'm on Whatnot nowadays. I rarely stay in the same place. But let's see if DA Comics has anything going on. Are they open today for business? Not today, huh? Okay. Hmm. Laptop Whatnot bites nuts. It's official. It looks like DA Comics is not working today, even though I saw they had a show scheduled for today at 12:30. It's all good. Probably had a change in schedule, something more important going on. But if you're not following DA Comics and you're a back issue person, you should You should definitely follow DA Comics. Let me show you what I bought from them. It's kind of cool. One second. I don't know too much about these blind bag things, so I had an experiment. I did an experiment with DA Comics. They're so cool. I bought some of these Monster and the Wolf Trick or Treat blind bag. I got this one, which according to eBay is worth somewhere between 40 and $60. Then I got this one. It's all the same book inside. With like 90 different covers. I'm so glad that they put all the covers in here because that's kind of cool to see how many they have. 90, 90 covers. I got this one, which eBay says is worth 40 to $60. And then I asked Jeff at DA Comics not to open this one. So he just sent it to me and I opened it myself and I got, look at this, how appropriate. I've got a sketch cover. So I think um celebrate Halloween, I'll probably do a sketch on this and sell it. What do you guys think? Did anybody else buy any of these? And if so, what did you get? Did you get anything cool? Are you collecting all 90 covers? What is the deal with that? Keen and what's Keen Spot? I meant to ask Jeff what that is. Keen Spot, is that like a, I don't know, franchise store or is that Mark Spears publishing company? Let's see. Daytona says waiting for the rain to stop so I can mow the lawn. Ah, you still mowing the lawn in October? It's hasn't been that cold, I guess. I bought them GI Joes and Transformers from them a few weeks ago. Oh yeah, they had a specific stream of GI Joes and Transformers. So you were in on that. Good for you, Daytona. That's cool. Hey Joe, what's up? Great meeting you in NYC. I agree. It was great to put the face to the name, the Mighty Acid. NOG too. It was great to see you. Daytona is a so Keen Spot is a publisher. Nothing as good as those, just basic books. You got some hits. Daytona IROS says leaves. Ah, leaves. Yes, I see what you're saying. Take care of those leaves. Um, DA Comics, they're actually much bigger than I thought they were. Jeff is so kind of laid back and cool. I was in NYCC and I was walking around hanging out with friends and I passed right near Macy's in Herald Square. They have a they have a storefront, a retail storefront in the middle of prime Herald Square, New York City territory. DA Comics, and I didn't realize they were that big. Um, uh, that's some pretty heavy duty real estate right there. They were selling cards and collectibles and stuff like that. More comics, more cards and collectibles than comics. I don't remember. The store was closed when I walked by, but they seem it seemed more focused on sports cards and those kind of collectible things. So didn't realize that DA Comics was such a big player. So that could explain why um, I'm getting these because they probably have bought so many that just the odds, just the odds that you were going to get something good at DA Comics are probably much higher. So it was kind of cool. I paid about an average of uh, I paid $12 for one, 11 for another, and 10. So it was probably an average of $11 for the three of them. And that's enough for me. It's experiment. Like I said, it's experiment. I can make my own blind bags because I am my own publisher. I can make my own blind bags and make 90 covers of new zodiacs. So, playing with that idea, we got new zodiac Sagittarius on the horizon. So that's me just messing around, just trying to soak in the whole experience. People seem to be going bananas over these books. I think just about every dealer on Whatnot had Mark Spears blind bags. So that would be cool if I could get blind bags for you guys. Some of the retailers, uh, I didn't like how they manhandle the comics when they're taking the shit out of the bag. Made me antsy. They do that an awful lot with cards too, especially on the stream. They're like, "Rip it or ship it," and they say, "Rip it," and then they get their big mitts all over the cards, getting their who knows cheese oils and Cheeto dust. All the way they handle the cards, it makes me antsy. And I'm not even a card collector, and I didn't even buy the book. I didn't even buy the cards that were getting opened. And I'm like, if I had bought those, I would ask for a refund. You get your paws all over the freaking cards, dude. And same it is with these bags too. The way they cut the bag and they reach in, got their big thumbs and shit climbing all over my comics. It makes me antsy. So I thought Jeff did that well. He didn't manhandle the comics very well or as much. So that was a fun experience. DA Comics, folks. And I think they have another stream coming up where they have more uh, Monster and Wolf blind bags. So commend Jeff, the iceberg. Let him know that you like how he's delicate taking the comics out of the bag. Just let him know because it's important. It's important to me at least. So if you guys want blind bag new Zodiacs comics, let me know. I can accommodate. We ripped about 30 too, and a few foils and some landscape covers. Oh, cool. What's a landscape cover? Is this a landscape cover? There's a crap ton. These must be the landscape covers, huh? 884. That means 1 in 700. That's a pretty good deal. Any other landscape covers I don't know about? I wonder how many of these he sold. Anybody know? My next blind bags is Mark Spears issue 8 and Marvel's Ultimate Endgame. Buying blind bags on Whatnot, eBay Live are expensive. I don't know why people aren't buying from their LCS. Somewhere around 200K. No kidding. Good for him. Wow, that's amazing. That's reason to retire right there. You could retire with that money, couldn't you? Yeah, how much are they just cold? Like if I were to buy them at a local comic shop. I'm heading to Most Excellent Comics and Games, Enfield, Connecticut this Saturday. Maybe they've got Mark Spears blind bags. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably won't sell this. I'll probably do a sketch on it. Well, I'll sell it, but I'll put a sketch on it and then and sell it with a sketch. I read it too. Not much going on. If there's a Mark Spears 8, how when is Mark Spears 8 coming out? And is it part 2 of this? Because this is not a hell of a lot happening in this first story. Um, you don't even see our boy, the monster, until the last page. So we're going a full 20 plus pages without seeing your boy in full career. There he is here. Um, I'm not sure about that, but it's not my book. It reminds me of Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the very first Ultimate Spider-Man #1, where Spider-Man doesn't even show up until the last page of the first issue, and I'm like, oof. Not the best call, in my opinion. But sold 200,000 copies, so what do I know, right? And I wonder if people are even reading Monster and the Wolf, if they even care, if there are pages inside that tell a story. It would be cool if it was a different story too. Like, not only do you get a different cover, but the story's different. That would be another comic book, wouldn't it? That would be a separate comic book. No, what if it were? What if it were? Brainstorming here. What if it were, instead of he's in a cold room, he's in a hot room, and instead of the monster showing up and it's all blue, what if it were all red? Or what if it wasn't this monster? It was a different monster. Hmm. Rubbing his chin. What if he, instead of having green pants like Werewolf by Night, what if he had jeans? That's a variant, right? What if instead of, a dark brown, what if you were blonde like Werewolf in London? Variants, variants, interior variants. What if? I'm liking these ideas personally. I should write this down. Interior. Instead of brown, werewolf. Blonde, like Werewolf in London. Werewolf in London was a British werewolf movie, right? I know the actor's name. He's huge, but I'm going blank right now. You catch me on the stream when I'm live. I can't think straight. I'm juggling. My brain is juggling too much. Oliver Green, Oliver something. Oliver Green. It's not Oliver Queen. That's Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Oliver Reed. Oliver Reed was the Werewolf of London. He was kind of blondish. So what if you had interior page was a variant, and all through the story he was a blonde werewolf? I don't think those. I think those were $7.99. Yeah, why not buy a box at $7.99 rather than go on Whatnot and pay $10 for them? Right? Daytona says nope, they don't. Hey there, Joe. It's Eric B. Hey, what's up? Punk Rock and Ramon. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, VIP Punk Rock. How much you charge for a Black Panther sketch? A head sketch like this would be 100. Single figure would be 150. Add color would be 100. Add another figures, another 100. I do have a Black Panther blank if you're interested. Hold on a second. I could do a Black Panther on here, a monstrous Black Panther. Stand by. I got to move some stuff around so I can get to my blanks. Also working on a commission, bunch of commissions. This one is Mojo. I haven't never gotten a Mojo commission before, so this is the first. I'm pretty sure I have a Black Panther. Let's see. I do have a Rise of the Black Panther, and I have some Avengers blanks too. Let's see the Avengers. One of my favorite Avengers runs as a kid. This is Savage Avengers. I'm not sure if that counts. But here's Avengers. I think I have another Avengers too. One of my favorite runs of the Avengers, Black Panther, was in the mix. It's around the issue 70s. There's Goliath, Yellow Jacket, the Wasp, Vision, Black Panther. I love Scarlet Witch sometimes. Love that run. Okay, just asking. Let me get my money together, not your mother, your money together, and I'll let you know. No worries. I'm here for you, man. Every Thursday at noon, and except for last two Thursdays, and very often every Wednesday at noon Eastern. We get the car in the shop, so I'm thinking I'm going to need some money soon. He's going to call me with an estimate. That's probably going to be four figures. So I'm like, let's do 2 episodes a week. Let's do 2 streams this week and see what happens. We had both cars in the shop last week. Sonia ran over a nail. So she got this alert on her computerized dashboard saying, C service, and tire pressure was down. So we took it in. They found a nice hefty size screw slash nail. It was a screw, actually. We have a tough time in this area finding gas station air pumps that are accurate and that actually function. It's weird. It's a rash. It's a rash of defective air pumps in our town here. The one we usually go to, it wasn't working properly. It wasn't feeding the air in. It was letting air out, but not filling the tire. So then we took it to another place, our second choice, and they charge for their air, and it was out of service. It was out of order. And then our third choice was $2.50 to get air, but it worked. So should have went there first. Could have saved us $2.50 worth of our time driving around town. I hit you back next week, Joe. No problem, Eric. You can come by anytime. No obligations. It's always good to see you. Daytona, are you still in the room? Are you going to Most Excellent on Saturday? Or are you going to be mowing your lawn on Saturday? Nobody piped in on my awesome idea about doing interior variant pages. Just think of the multiple. You got 90 covers. Um, 90 covers for the Mark Spears Monster and Wolf series. Imagine how many different combinations if you had two variant pages inside as well. Holy shit. That's at least what 100, at least 180 variants, right? No. If you got three different pages inside with 90 covers, holy cow, that's cubed. If you have three different combination, oh no, that's getting, yeah, that's getting cubed. That's like hundreds of thousands of variants. Let's just do one variant on the inside instead of three. Okay, that's 180. Hard to believe, NYC almost 2 weeks away. And and then there was the Baltimore Comic Con, which was last weekend, which is two heavy duty weekends. NYC and Baltimore, back to back weekends. That's hardcore. Yeah, I think we're about ready. Put this up for auction. All right, let's see. Where's my auctions? Hmm. Here we go. We'll run this for 5 minutes. I'll finish up. I'll add some more last minute details. Anybody interested, jump on board. 30 seconds. Here's your chance. Get in on some venom slobbering action here. No bites, no worries. We'll take this guy with me to most excellent comics and games in Enfield, Connecticut, Saturday. But I'll be here tomorrow as well. You still got one more chance to take it out of the hands of those Connecticut most excellent folks. Cool. See, I'm gonna probably blow out in about 20 minutes to finish this sketch, but if anybody has any questions, let me know. I gotta finish this guy right here. I'd like to get this done today if possible, but we need a background. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I need to do a background and I need to color it. Mm. Joe, how was NYCC? It was very good. Thank you for asking, Ange. Um, really busy. I had a lot of the pre-drawn commissions, sketch covers that helped out a lot. I got a few commissions while I was there, but sold a lot of the pre-drawn ones. Some just out of nowhere, like some guy without even looking at the table. One guy just came up to the table, grabbed the Cyclops, and paid for it, of course, and then walked right off. We didn't even talk or anything. He wasn't even looking or scoping out all the stuff on the table. He just had seen the Cyclops sketch, came in, bought it, walked off. So it was that kind of a show where you know uh, the right person saw the right piece, and next thing you know, they're buying it. It was pretty cool that way. Saw a bunch of regulars, people that I've seen at other shows and stuff, and that was always fun to touch base with them. One guy's name is James, and James comes to used to be Terrificon, but now Terrificon is the same weekend as Boston Comic Con, and so it used to be every Terrificon I would see James, and he would get a Spider-Man villain sketch cover drawing. And I didn't see him this year because I didn't go to Terrificon because it's the same weekend as Boston. So I saw him at New York, and he got his commission. He wanted Doctor Octopus, and so I'm gonna planning to post the Doc Ock sketch up on my social media pretty soon. If you're not following me on the social media, please do so. Here's my Instagram, Blue Sky, YouTube. I'm going to make more YouTube videos. That's why there's no music on this one, because um, I want to make sure that my YouTube videos don't get flagged or blocked or not shown because of the music I'm playing. So today I'm going silent. I'm running silent. But feel free to play your own music at home. My buddy Kirk, I usually see at Rhode Island Comic Con. I'm not sure I'm going to make it to Rhode Island Comic Con. They actually put me on a waiting list. The hell? I'm usually at every Rhode Island Comic Con, but this year I'm on the waiting list, folks. So that's a little disappointing. It could be disappointing. Well, it's disappointing that I'm on the waiting list because I just thought I was a regular. Never assume, folks. See, that's something to keep in mind. Never assume. So I usually see Kirk at Rhode Island, but I saw Kirk at New York, and he came by. He's a regular customer now. I like Kirk a lot. He's fun. You can always tell Kirk he's on a mission. He's getting stuff signed. He's buying stuff. Same at Acid. Great. Yes, I saw your Facebook and Instagram. Nice. Did you bring back any goodies to sell? Such as, usually I'm the one that sells, but what are you thinking of? I'm not usually buying at conventions. Occasionally, I will. If a show is quiet enough, I'll uh, I'll take a look around. I did manage to see the main floor early in the morning before everybody came in, but I didn't see much that I was interested in. The comics that I've done in the past are officially more than I want to pay for them. So if I'm thinking of reselling old Joe comics, it's not working out for me. So I'm like, $20. I don't want to pay that much. Beep, beep, beep. So now I got to put a background in here too. I think I have an idea what I'm going to put in. It involves a light box. Probably going to blow out in about 5 minutes. So if anybody has any questions, I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. 12 noon Eastern. Cool. Let's see. So one last anything else that we can chat about? Let's see. Yeah, don't forget this weekend, Saturday, most excellent comics and games, Enfield, Connecticut. I think they open at 10, and so I'll be there 10 to 5, I think. Anybody interested in this guy? Maybe I'll run it one last time. See if there's anybody new, fresh to the stream that hasn't seen this yet. I'm going to run this for 30 seconds. Here we go. $100. $100 for a Venom head sketch with tongue. I should charge extra for all that tongue work. Hello. Bing. What else we got? Anything else we got? Hmm. A lot of stuff to clean up here. It's quite a work area, folks. Anybody interested in Wolverine? Wolverine's fresh. He's fresh. He's so fresh, he's not even in the buy it now section yet. So let me run Wolverine. 30 seconds on Wolverine. Let's see. Start auction. $50 off because you're working with me here on the Whatnot stream. So lucky you, you get 50 bucks off. If you see me at Most Excellent Comics and Games this weekend, this will be 200 bucks. So jump on it now while you can. Wolverine sketch by me. No bites. How about this one? This is a Venom Jam Piece starter upper color headshot with some symbiote streams indicating a space where you can get some of your favorite artists to draw Venom or Spider-Man or Spider-Verse characters or Eddie Brock in various poses. This is 150, $50 off if you meet me at Most Excellent Comics and Games this weekend. Saturday, rather. It's just one day. This will be 200 bucks. So grab it now while you can. And then we'll sign off. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Thursday at noon, for sure. We'll draw some cool shit. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow at noon, or also next Wednesday, or next Saturday, this Saturday. So have a great show, or have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Oh, whatnot? Did you change your? You change your app layout?